Hello, you guys. Thank you, all of you who are joining us. Hello, Sassy, Gigi, City of Angels, Amanda. I want to thank all of you for your patience. It's been a few days that I've been off. I want to start this video with some useful quotes that I wanted to share with you guys. The first quote goes, "Be careful of those who demand your niceness more than your dignity. Your anger is sacred. Your rage, a portal." Your anger is sacred. Your rage, a portal. We cannot allow our fear of anger to deflect us nor seduce us into settling for anything less than the hard work of excavating honesty. Excavating honesty. That's the mission we are in. We must be quite serious about the topic and the angers intertwined within it, because, rest assured, our opponents are quite serious about their hatred of us. Andre Lord. Here's another one. If abandoned rage asks, who should answer for this? Say, the very blood of our lives eats composure up. Claudia Rankine. And here's another one. My rage intensifies because I am not a victim. It burns in my psyche with an intensity that creates clarity. It is a constructive healing rage. It is a way for us to learn to see clearly. Bell Hooks. My anger is sacred, and I will not be reduced, because I reclaim all of me and I protect my anger. And this video, you guys, trigger warning, is everything we've been discussing in our videos, as far as no more kids in Scientology, as far as showing you in real time what it means to adulticize children, what it does to the power dynamic and balance. And in this video, we found Grant Cardone to be subjecting both of his minor children to promote his company and to do a few more things. So here's the video, and we're going to react together to really expose what we are seeing is this constant common denominator that we've been talking about. But at least we're going to have some actual video evidence to react to. So here it is.
Hello. Hey guys, my name's Sabrina and I can do anything. Welcome back to another 10X Kids. Oh, I almost forgot. Her name is Scarlett, and we have a special guest, my father. which is oddly light.
So just like Mike Rinder, a bobblehead, so does Grant Cardone go with the whole bobblehead thing. I have no idea why these men are obsessed with bobbleheads. But right away you see that the little girls are using these bobbleheads.
Very light, isn't he? He got shrunk when he was going to visit the giant. Yes. So now he's tiny. Yes. He wanted to be a bird, but he wanted to shrink down to the size of a bird, but the bird wings didn't really get up that well. So let's talk about things. Today's topic is going to be, thank you, Tori. I want to give a shout out to you. Yeah, we want to give you a shout out to Tori, whatever his last name is, who gave us the question of what does your...
Oh yeah, this is an Ask Sabrina and Scarlett Anything. So let's not forget that this is literally an Ask My Two Underage Daughters Anything. So keep the title in mind as we approach the end of the video, you guys, because the title is going to make a lot of sense and also going to make you nauseous.
Father teach us what's the most good thing that he teaches us, and we are going to answer that today. Yes, and my father where is the thing that I can look at? Is it there or is it there? Not sure. Oh, anyways, what have you learned from your father, kids? What have you learned from your father, kids? Well, what I've learned is how to speak in front of 9,000 people at the age of 5 and...
What I learned from my father is how to speak in front of 9,000 people at the age of 5. So imagine we couldn't find the footage of her at 5 years old talking to 9,000 people, but that's how young she is getting started by Grant Cardone.
6 without getting scared and running off.
Without getting scared or running off. So how do you guys think a Scientology parent teaches a child to speak in front of, I don't know if she's really kidding here with 9,000 because it sounds like a ridiculous number. I don't think that Grant Cardone has ever had 9,000 people, but never mind 9,000. Let's just say 1,000. By desensitizing them, by forcing them to confront the situation. Confront it. You really should just go up there and talk to 1,000 people because you're a 5-year-old, and why not? Do it. Do it. You can do it. And the more you refuse, the more they're going to push you. So they always are pushing you to the breaking point. So here we have, by own admissions of Grant Cardone's youngest daughter, that she was put up to go talk to thousands of people and without getting scared and running off.
I have learned is I'm actually putting my thing this way right now, but it looks like I'm putting my thing over here. Yes, and I'm putting it this way, but I'm putting it outright. Bobblehead, stop. Anyway, my thingy-majig is my daddy, my papa, my father taught me how to this is an important skill that everyone should know, to do your job really well, so you get more income, and so you have a lot of money, and then you can take care of your family, and then you have a good house, and then everything's awesome.
So yes, as much as the Scientology people are going to want to go, oh, we really were all about being spiritually free, there couldn't be more materialistic, as his second daughter calls him out for. All they care about is making a lot of money so they can have a nice house. It's all that is talked about inside of those hotels, you guys. Who's got the nice house? Who's got the nice car? Who's paying a lot of donations for the OT levels? Who's floating us this week? Who's going to make us upstat? And again, it's like all children are being literally indoctrinated to believe that money is everything, that they need a lot of money to do this bridge, that they need a lot of money to be part of this thing and to be successful and to have anything, you have to have a lot of money. So that is just how the Scientology parents talk to you as a child. Like the concept of money is pressed on you. You really have to work. You really have to make a lot of money and be very productive. So they're again putting all of these problems on kids. Like maybe these children that are supposedly daughters of a billionaire don't have to be getting worried about that stuff, but it's the culture of these hotels to make kids want to make a lot of money because that's how they're becoming contributing members of society.
Yay. And the other thing that my father taught me is how to make math fun. What is the thing called again?
Adding, subtracting, and multiplying.
Adding and subtracting and multiplying. I haven't learned how to multiply, but my father, I can't wait because my father said it's the funnest of all. Well, it is. I'm doing that right now, and it is.
And again, you guys, these girls are not going to school because Elena and Grant Cardone took them out of school. So they're supposed to be homeschooled. So that's why she keeps talking about how her dad is supposedly teaching her this stuff. Because yes, come to find out from other video research that we've done, they're always on the fly. They're always flying here, flying there, flying everywhere. So yeah.
Come here, stop bobbling, bobbling. Next thing is, what's yours? I already said mine.
She just said hers.
Second.
Come on.
The second one. I already said my second one is.
Oops.
Oh, what is it?
Oops. Oopsie daisy.
I forgot.
You know what they say, huh? A sharp pencil is better than a long memory.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah. A sharp pencil is better than a long memory. All right, Grant.
Okay, number one.
What was my second one?
First of all, we want to thank you guys because you
This
guys.
is the real Papa. This is a bobblehead.
That's
Yeah,
good.
we
So
made that up.
first of all, people have really missed the 10X kids.
We're so sorry. We
Okay.
haven't been at the office for a long time.
And you guys need.
They haven't been at the office for a long time, and people are really missing the 10X kids. I mean, what type of sycophants do you have, Grant Cardone, that are emailing you? You know what we really need to see a lot more of? Your, underage daughters. Why don't you parade them around a little more? Because we really are missing them, prompting them to be like, oh yeah, we're sorry. We're just not being brought to the office as it's usual.
Need to bring back 10X kids. If you guys want to know about 10X kids, make sure you post in comments, come back, and maybe even what topics. The second thing that you said you learned from me on the way over here was, what was your first thing?
Booking. My first thing was working really hard. Oh, this was it. My Papa taught me how to read very well and to not pass words that I don't understand and to look them up.
What are you reading right now?
Harry Potter. I'm on the 8th chapter.
In like 3 days. It's
Yeah.
amazing. And it's interesting.
Another one of the go-tos of Scientology parents to force you to become an adult is by forcing books down your throat. Books that have nothing to do with whatever in the hell you need to be reading as a child. I mean, I think she's 8 years old here. She's reading Harry Potter and she's being made to clear every word she doesn't understand. So it's always programming you with more words to sound real intellectual, to sound real cultured, to sound like you really can speak like the adults because, aren't you so lucky understanding every word? of this nomenclature that they're feeding down your throat. There is no age appropriate limit inside of these hotels. With L. Ron Hubbard proteges, they are on a full-time mission to adulticize the kids. So again, it's all intellectual abuse AF. 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds being made to read things that are completely age inappropriate because, again, they're being hoo-ha'd. You're being hurrah'd by being such a prodigy. Anytime you act like an adult, these dog trainers of kids give that child a cookie. Oh, good boy, good girl. Here, you're acting like an adult. Here's an incentive. You're acting like an adult. Here's an incentive. Oh, you're acting like a child. Here's a punishment. Oh, you're acting like a child again. Here's another punishment. Children aren't allowed to act like children. And you can see Grant Cardone being irritated. I mean, believe you me, I understand this Scientology father PR move that he's suing here, feeding these lines to the girls because he's not happy with how they're performing because they're being too playful. They're being too much like kids. He expects them to act more professional. That's what we were told ad nauseum inside of the hotel. Act professional, sound like an adult.
Interesting is she had the third book and she realized that she was reading out a sequence that it was
No, I was at the last one.
Oh, and she's like, I gotta go, Papa, I gotta go start on the first book. What's the other thing you've learned?
I already said it.
No, the second thing.
I already said that.
Oh,
Say
you
the
did them
second
both,
thing
huh?
again.
Oh, wow. So you guys are about ready to wrap up on the show. Is there any other questions? Hold on, let me check the comments right now. Geraldo wants to know, what are some secret things that you do?
Is Geraldo a real person?
Yeah, I'm looking at the comments right now.
Okay, Geraldo is a real person.
Javier
is a real person.
No, Geraldo,
Some
Javier.
secrets. And then I'm
All right, guys, this is the trigger warning. This is why Ask Sabrina and Scarlett Anything is just about to take a very disgusting, disturbing, dark turn. Because yes, you didn't hear or mishear what Grant Cardone just said. Gerardo Javier is really wanting to ask his 2 underage daughters about any secrets. Why in the literal hell are you putting your children, your underage children, to be asked about secrets from some random from the internet, Grant Cardone? In what world you think this is normal? And just again, before you see anything further, you guys, before you literally see what the answer is going to be, literally have a bag next to you because you will throw up, or just don't listen to what's about to come up because it is sickening.
some very secrets that you probably don't know. Is when on weekends, when we go to the spa, like the spa day, we go to the steam, let it get really hot. Well, it's not so hot for him, but it's very hot for me. So we let it get really hot, and then I throw freezing water. And then he says he's gonna get back at us, but he never does. Okay, my turn.
So the secret is that she goes to the steam room with her dad. Number 1. That's already why is she going to a steam room with the dad? Is that really what father and daughters, underage daughters, need to be doing? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no kids. I'm literally don't know. But the trash bag you're going to need is for this next situationship.
Don't tell anybody, because this is an ancient secret that should not be shared. On the bed, some days, I pretend he's a horse and he bucks me off and then rolls me over. That part isn't my favorite though.
The ancient secret is that I mean, again, you guys, I don't know. I can't even repeat it out loud.
I pretend he's a horse and he bucks me off and then rolls me over. That part isn't my favorite though.
I mean, please. Yeah. I mean, this is something that's literally being discussed in open video, recorded. Like, there's 23,000+ people that watch this video, you guys. It's giving Ruby Frankie AF vibes. I mean, in what world is this little girl innocently discussing a secret, an ancient secret, where she's stating that she doesn't like what happens to her and that her dad is a horse? Like, it's so gross. It's so unthinkable. It's so disgusting. And yet it's so normal for the Scientology parent. I mean, did you get the part where a stranger asks his underage kids for secrets and he sees nothing wrong with it because that's what they do ad nauseum inside of those hotels with children? They tell them, you can't have a secret from us. Don't withhold anything. God forbid you withhold anything. We really need to know. We really want to find out. Never mind that it's never to protect the child. Never mind that it's never to advocate for that child. Never mind that, again, adults infantilize themselves and they want the children as the adults inside of these hotels, commercial buildings, or familial relationships, because these dynamics continue to play out inside the hotel or inside your house. There is no safe place for these kids. As long as all of these adults are pretending that they're infantile degenerates because a convicted felon told them that would be a very great idea to pretend that they're playing a game. Oh yeah, this is a game. Life is a game. Everything's a game. But are children playing games? No, they're told they have to become adults. Are the adults playing sick games, including the one that you just called out for by your own underage daughter? In case you missed it, Grant Cardone, here's a replay.
Bucks me off and then rolls me over. That part isn't my favorite though.
And you can see him laughing in the background.
Rolls me over. That is. I pretend he's a horse and he bucks me off and then rolls me over. That part isn't my favorite though.
So she pretends he's a horse. He bucks her over and then he rolls over on top of her. And she doesn't like it. And you laugh about it, Grant Cardone. That's funny to you. How is that funny, Grant Cardone? Do you not see the age of your daughter? Do you not understand that she's not an adult in a small body? Do you understand the danger of this point, you guys? Because I feel like it always sort of gets almost glossed over, like it's almost like too much for people to understand this level of depravity at this industrial size scale, no less. We're talking all kids growing up with our parents doing this, blurring all boundaries, pretending that we are the adults, and then ensnaring us in their game so that they can be infantile while abusing us. It's called, they wanted to be infantile without a conscience. But yet, adults do have a conscience. Adults do consent. Adults knew what in the hell they were doing. His daughters don't know what in the hell they're doing, and it's clear. It's clear to see their ages here, being exploited, being made to do these videos to promote 10x kids. I mean, in what world is a billionaire trying to use his 2 underage children to drum up business for himself and have randoms from the internet call in asking about their biggest secrets? Because why the hell does a random in the internet need to know the intimate secrets of 2 young girls? And never mind that the secret she does confess to is troubling AF. It's disgusting. I cannot even get, literally.
Okay. Okay. So any questions you guys have for the audience? Anything you want to do? When do you want to come back?
Oh, now he's getting nervous. Oh, now he's intervening. Oh, now maybe he thinks something is wrong, but he still uploaded this video, you guys. He still uploaded it. He still let 23,000 plus people watch it. And we go back to this YouTube platform where Ruby Frankie was afforded how many? 2.5 million subscribers before YouTube did anything. And here you have this platformed man with what? Oh yeah, 2.5 million subscribers as well. So this is male Ruby Frankie literally abusing his kids on YouTube, making a lot of money abusing them because, you know, YouTube pays him whatever he wants to be paid for those ads because that's all we are getting from this BS. YouTube couldn't be more complicit. YouTube couldn't be more participating. YouTube could not be more platforming this with all their pathetic reviews. In what world does this video pass? And again, you guys, you see, like every single time I speak, because we're speaking about raising awareness to child trafficking problems, what does YouTube do? Pushes all of these messages down to the bottom of the barrel. They don't want this message out. They don't want to be called out. They want to purport that they're Google. Oh yeah, Google's going to save another world, right, Google? Save another world platforming Ruby Frankie. Who gave that woman the platform? Who allowed that woman to abuse her kids? In video, full evidence, everyone watching. I mean, in case Google doesn't understand that, that's how it works, Google idiots. Somebody uploads video, video gets watched. And nothing is wrong with this. This doesn't trigger no algorithm. This doesn't trigger any intervention. This doesn't trigger nothing. It triggers nothing, you guys. It only triggers us to be reviewing this, to be pushed down, because the algorithm doesn't want this word out. So better luck next lifetime is all kids in America ever get told, not just by Scientology, by Facebook, by Instagram, by YouTube, by Google.
But he never does. Okay, my turn. Don't tell anybody, because this is an ancient secret that should not be shared.
Good storytelling.
On the bed, some days, I pretend he's a horse and he bucks me off and then rolls me over. That part isn't my favorite, though.
What's the horse?
Charlie.
Okay.
Charlie.
Okay. So any questions you guys have?
She's even shooing, like, shut up, don't talk about this, don't say anything. And again, Grant Cardone, you coming in to interfere right at this time after you laugh it off is sus AF. How many times were you playing this little game with your girl? And who in Scientology knows about that game that you play, Grant Cardone? Because this goes back full circle, you guys. Full blown back circle. Because Grant Cardone goes, oh, gotta pay my $100,000. Let me call the Amex. Hello, American Express. I want to put $100,000 on account because I'm about to go get sec checked and I'm about to tell them any felonies that I've committed for which I have not been arrested. So yes, American Express, can you just hook me up with $100,000? Wire it to the hotel. So I'm about to tell them what happened. I'm about to tell them every detail of how it happened. I'm about to tell them every time I played this disgusting game with my underage daughter. Yeah, we're going to video record it. Yeah, we're going to transcribe it. Yeah, everyone is going to find out about it inside of the hotel. All manner of people. The ethics officers are going to find out. The senior case supervisor is going to find out. The case supervisor is going to find out. The auditor is going to find out. You know, security flag FSO is going to be finding out. Also, RTC is going to find out. Also, OSA flag is going to find out. Also, you know, all manner of people are going to find out. But you know what? We are going to save a world. So just transfer the $100K American Express and also call the IRS to do me the solid and reduce that off my taxes because I want to be literally incentivized by the IRS to pay this $100,000 right now and take it off my taxes because I'm about to go and confess, self-admit, self-incriminate myself with tailor-made questions. Have you ever done something with your daughter which you should have not done? Have you ever done something sexually perverted with your daughter? Have you ever done something you wouldn't want the FBI to know that you did with your daughter? Those are the questions. Those are the tailor-mades. That's what the IRS is saying is a very highly religious activity. This is what the IRS is going like, yeah, let's hook you up. $100,000? No worries. Take it off your taxes. You don't owe it to us anymore. Donate it. Donate it. It's being donated for 501c, right? 501c gets a donation of $100K from American Express, who doesn't give an F, who gives these people merchant accounts, who lets these people charge the type of hundreds of thousands of dollars that it requires for them to launder the felony. It ain't going to be done for free. Are you fucking kidding me? They're going to really, oh, no, yeah, sure. For free, nothing. Inside of those hotels, nothing is for free. Nothing. And Grant Cardone knows that firsthand as a VIP, public billionaire that he is. Allegedly, according to him.
For the audience, anything you want to do? When do you want to come
I
back?
want to tell you it's lunch. I still owe a few 10X kids to my dad, so and it's dinner, so we gotta go. Thanks for watching. I'm starving.
It took me 4 days to be able to even react to this video with you guys because it is that sickening. It is that obvious. And just like L. Ron Hubbard did teach us as a children, oh, the criminal always wants to get caught. Well, you know what? Grant Cardone wants to get caught. Grant Cardone is literally volunteering himself to be like, oh, y'all need actual physical evidence of what type of deadbeat fathers we are, Scientologists. Here, let me just show you, put it all on display, how, you know, I'll do an AMA with my underage children. I won't even filter the questions and have some disgusting man ask my underage girls about any secrets they might have. And imagine that the secrets the little youngest of his own daughters came up with. It's something that is as sickening and as close to our child abuse that it's taken this long to even speak about it. Very few times am I left speechless. Well, you know what? This video did. This video actually accomplished what it was set out to do, to leave me speechless AF, to see the interactions of my own father abusing me ad nauseum like this, essaying me ad nauseum like this, purporting that he was getting my ethics in. Oh yeah, let me get your ethics in. Miriam's father was also playing games with his daughter. And that didn't work out for her, did it? And who knew all about that? The people inside of the disgusting hotels. The co-conspirators of covering up the crime once they find out, once they get their $100,000 from American Express. So in what world is this a 501c for all of you very greatly scholarly, really studied a lot of law? It's hard not to see how the joke keeps playing on us. The kids that weren't educated, the kids that were prevented from an education. But you know what they did teach us inside of that hotel, you guys, is how to pull a string. How to find something that doesn't make a shred of sense and go find out why. And don't come back until you find the why. Because otherwise we will put your head on a pike. So given that that's how they trained us inside of that hotel, well, you know what? That's why we're bringing up all these points. That's why we're airing it out. That's why we're investigating. That's why we're denouncing everything that has been groomed, that has been approved by all consenting adults. Grant Cardone is just the one that, decided to give everyone a little preview, just a little snippet that fully corroborates what in the hell we've been saying since we started every last video that we've done here. Who knows that the child abuse is taking place? All Scientology parents. The current ones and the exes. And the exes, I said it. The exes that walked out of a threshold of a hotel and have found nothing to repudiate except for make themselves the victim. And oh, wasn't I such a victim? Let me tell you. Let me have you write a book about what a victim I was. The people inside of the hotel have the excuse that they're still under the influence of L. Ron Hubbard. The exes have no excuse. The exes just have a long trail of shutting the F up and repudiating nothing and being sorry for nothing. Oh, I'm sorry that David beat me. It's really the revelation that Mike Rinder went with. It's really the revelation that the Tampa Bay Times said, oh my God, what a great story. The truth rundown, let's call it. Child abuse, aggravated child abuse at an industrial size scale. And none of these adults performing the felony are anywhere to be found with a shred of remorse, with a shred of like, damn, we really did F up, didn't we? We really were not saving our world, were we? We really were ensnaring kids at an industrial size scale, weren't we? We did follow the literal rhetoric of a convicted felon to the letter. Didn't we? Didn't we all check that everyone was following it? How is anything going to change inside of those hotels if nothing is repudiated? How is anything going to change inside of those hotels if nothing gets called out? If everything just keeps getting whitewashed? And yes, once upon a time, the IRS did say that this was a 501c, so therefore, yeah, the IRS says that it's nonprofit work to enslave kids at an industrial size scale in America. The IRS tells a billionaire like Grant Cardone to, donate $5 million to the IIS after he gets his 100K. Let's not forget, first it's 100K from American Express, right? Just so he can pay for the tailor-made sec check. Just so he can get paid for the tailor-made sec check of what he just got confronted by his own daughter. Because that's the whole facade. Oh, they're taking a lot of responsibility, you guys. Don't you know that Grant Cardone, including but not limited to, could have and should have, according to the policies of L. Ron Hubbard, been sec checked on out to D with minors? But all Scientology parents get a free, cozy, safe space. Oh, here's a safe space for you, this hotel. Oh, no, don't worry. The Clearwater police will never come and get you from here. You're safe with us. Oh, you're so safe. Oh, yeah, we just got to write it all down, just write it all down. And then in what floor did you say you did it? Uh-huh. And then in what bed did you say you did it? Uh-huh. And then for how long did you say you did it for? Mm-hmm. And then how many more times did it? Uh-huh. And who almost found out about that? Yeah, we really need, who else almost found out? Anyone else that could have watched you do it? Let's really write it all down. So if y'all are acting with full impunity, if y'all are recording, if y'all are paying, if the IRS is in on the child trafficking, then what in the literal hell? In what world are we on this year 2024 with every single last shred of abuse that took place with us as minors, taking the place of Sabrina, taking the place of her sister, being adulticized, being put to do these disgusting games with our parents that were nowhere to be found. They checked out the minute they started reading the words of a convicted felon. In what world did anyone think, if you follow the words of a convicted felon, everything's going to be amazing in your life and you're really going to go free and save a world? Video evidence. Imagine this is the video evidence on YouTube. Imagine they have tens of thousands of hours of recorded interrogations where they're not just going to the surface, where a child such as her being asked for a withhold, but would have been auditing that. Okay. Oh, thank you for telling me. So what did your dad do? And what did you do? And how did you make your dad, have a 2D flow for you? Remember, this is going to be blamed on the child. Even if she's getting it off in session. Oh, no, this is her fault. She decided to play that game. She decided to, pretend that he was a little horse, and then she got bucked out of that, and then he threw himself all over her, and she doesn't like it. Well, that little girl is being told that was her fault. Thanks to the IRS saying that this was a very legit 501c to save a world, that all these people deserve tax write-offs to self-incriminate and see no shred of intervention from the idiots at the LAPD, no shred of intervention from the idiots at the Clearwater Police Department. No intervention from law enforcement, because you know what? If you go tell it inside of a hotel, as long as the IRS writes off that tax, then you know what? The felony, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Your needle floated. You got a lot of charge away. You're going to graduate a course. You're going to graduate a level. You're going to become an OT. You're going to... Euphemisms that are as deranged and infantile and pathetic as I just called them. There's nothing to the Scientology euphemisms. They're all a bunch of garbage. Creating cognitive dissonance in our parents that turned them into infantile degenerates, bumbling bozos, complete idiots, no common sense left in their brain by the time L. Ron Hubbard had his way with them. So does it suck to be us? You better believe it is. Does it suck to be a child that grows up with this type of level of degenerate parent? You better believe it is. It's a problem. It's a problem that shouldn't be continued. It's a problem that needs to be stopped. It's a problem that needs to be called out. It's a problem that needs to be confronted. It's a problem that, it's not going to require luck on a next lifetime basis for any of these children that America is refusing to help, refusing to protect, refusing to enforce a shred of law. Because the laws are as pathetic and toothless as all the corruption surrounding the ones that are really gonna, we're gonna really lobby Congress for, all manner of stuff, as if we only have receipts of the level of corruption involved. And yes, it's personal to us because it happened to us as children. It's personal to us because we see literal physical evidence in the physical, literal universe where everything that was done to us has never been reined back by nobody. Nothing that's been said on the public record has ever been enough for anyone to lift a finger to help a child inside of these hotels. Because you know what? America's a very free country, you guys. Just lock yourself up with a child for 12 and a half hours. You can pay us, write us a check. American Express. Oh yeah, American Express. We take that. Oh, Chase. Oh yeah, we have great connections with them. Let me call them right now. Oh yeah, Chase, $200,000 for this one. Can you up the credit limit? Wire fraud, anyone? Money laundering, anyone? Child abuse at an industrial size scale, anyone? Child trafficking at an industrial size scale, anyone? Well, we're already at 4 things. How many more things have to be involved in something for it to be called racketeering? As if Scientology is not the Enron of religion. You pathetic idiots. That got sold a pitch from Marty Rathbun, Mike Rinder, and David Miscavige. You were sold the Enron of religion. Oh, look, here's a company. It's going to have all these corporations that are going to corporate a lot. And then all of a sudden, corporation, what? Launders the fact that they do what? Money laundering at an industrial size scale. Wire fraud at an industrial size scale. Child trafficking at an industrial size scale. With all adults inside, involved, ensnared, and co-conspirators of all of it. So before you all out there as adults go, but David Miscavige wouldn't have done that. You couldn't be more full of it yourself. We don't give an F what David Miscavige did. What did you do with your hands, Scientology parent? What did you do with your hands, Scientology executive? Stop telling us other people's, that person did this, you guys, that person did that. What did you do? What did you do when you were there, paying for this abuse to be the norm? Bringing children, ensnaring them. Where are all the Scientology parents with a shred of shame? Mitch Brisker, there's no kid. Shut the F up. You weren't 23 and a kid, Mitch Brisker. We were born in it. So stop identifying yourself with us. You're nothing. You're your own bucket of adult that brought kids to the hotel. You're the groomer. You're the one that did all those films. Let's really produce. Your art was grooming children to be literally abused in unthinkable, disgusting, indefensible ways inside of hotel rooms, Mitch Brisker. So you're the groomer. Start taking more responsibility for your $8 million that you did get paid to make literal kiddie grooming technical films. That's what was used to normalize all of those abominations on us as kids. Believe it or not, you guys, that's all it all. Watch this film, how the angel forgives this man that literally admits to murdering his girlfriend. That's Mitch Brisker's work. So Mitch Brisker, before you continue yapping about how you really want to save a world and you didn't know, you knew. And you got paid. And that's your problem. If you went to the FBI and you said you talked, well, guess what? Breaking news to you. You didn't come clean. Your needle is dirty as fuck because you haven't come clean and all you gave is paperclip withholds. As long as all of these adults continue just pushing their paperclip withholds out to the mainstream media and all the airwaves, so everyone's critical thinking skills get what? Completely compromised because there's not enough bandwidth in the world to understand what in the hell these people did. So the bandwidth has been what? Throw a bunch of altered importances into the mix. Altered importance. Things that, instead of saying this, I'm going to say this other thing. This is more important, but you know what? I'm going to make this one the important one. That way no one thinks of this other thing. And successful they've been. The year 2024, and nobody knows that children get abused at an industrial size scale. And people are still out there, oh, let's really save adults. Let's really convince them to not be a part of a racketeering child trafficking scheme. Because they're really there to be convinced. They signed up to it. They consented. That's the difference between a child and an adult. A child doesn't consent, an adult does. So before anybody wants to continue saving adults out of there, send them to criminal attorneys. They do deserve an advocate, but they do deserve to pay for an advocate. That's what in the hell you call being an adult. Oh, you got ensnared in an industrial-sized child trafficking scheme, the likes of which no one has ever pulled off in the history of humanity. Get a good criminal attorney. They'll advocate for you. They'll say, oh, brainwashed. You guys, they didn't know what they were doing. You don't understand. L. Ron Hubbard, they told them L. Ron Hubbard was great. Google L. Ron Hubbard, convicted felon. And then again, make the point about how nobody knew anything. Everything is so confusing. Everything's so like, million shades of gray, right? Million shades of gray always. Oh, don't take that standpoint. Don't judge. You've never been in a cult. Well, yeah, we were grown in one. We were literally born in it, and we couldn't be more disgusted. We couldn't be more nauseated. We couldn't be more wanting to sound the literal red alarm, code red. No child is safe in the hands of a Scientology parent. No child is safe in the hands of a Scientology adult protege of L. Ron Hubbard that doesn't have the right to be delusional and then claim that as a criminal defense. Oh, I treated him like an adult because L. Ron Hubbard told me to do that. How stupid can you be? It's either willful stupidity at best or full-blown criminal behavior. There's only those two modes for those people. Oh, yeah, it was so stupid. I really bought the pitch. Well, raise your confront of evil, Scientology parents. Raise it. Raise it. Stop pretending that you didn't know because you knew. Stop pretending that you have no clue because you video recorded it. Stop pretending that nobody inside the hotel ever found out because y'all sent knowledge reports to everyone to loop everyone in on all the disgusting things you were doing inside of the hotel. That's what was getting all of you Scientology executives off. I'm so important because look how many things are getting into my in basket. So again, you guys, for all these executives that want to know, oh, I never knew anything. Well, you know what? You had an in basket. And in that in basket, you were CC'd on anything remotely having to do with you. And if you were important, a la Mike Rinder, if you were important, a la Claire Headley, if you were important, a la Marty Rathbun, if you were important like Sue Gentry, if you were important like Angie Blankenship, if you were important like Debbie Cook, type, all these crimes have been happening, all these alert, knowledge report. DEFT report, crime report, high crime report, misdemeanor report, out ethics report, all manner of reports that these people have, you guys. Like, there's no amount of labels of reports that these people don't keep. So let that fully sink in so you understand how widespread the problem is, how all Scientology adults are complicit, willing pawns in a racketeering scheme. It's time to stop treating them like goo goo gaga babies that they're not. Breaking news. The adults aren't babies. Breaking news. The adults do bring their babies to be bastardized. And everybody stands around and does nothing. And it's the year 2024 and nothing has been reined back. No guardrails have been instituted. There's nothing. It's only extreme, disgusting role plays because L. Ron Hubbard wrote it down on a piece of paper that are getting played out by Grant Cardone and all other Scientology willing, consenting proteges of a convicted felon. Those are the facts. Are they inconvenient as fuck for every last Scientology protege adult that contributed to this, that gave themselves decades telling themselves the delusion that they were saving a world while enslaving kids? Yeah. Yeah. This is the truth that they cannot handle. This is the OTT truth. Oh, the wall of fire. This is the wall of fire. This is the literal wall of fire. You want to hear about Xenu? This is Xenu. Xenu meaning all of you knew. So good luck trying to, walk it back now that we're adults. Good luck trying to deny what we know you did. What you put us in the front lines to see, what you put us in the front lines to be unwilling, unconsenting participants of a disgusting racketeering scheme. Children cannot consent. They cannot get ensnared in this disgusting role plays as pitched by convicted felon L. Ron Hubbard. I don't care if my parents said it would be a great idea. Double check that pitch, Pedro Gil. Double check that pitch, Sandra Gil. Stop being pathetic, abusive, criminal parents. Stop being unindicted felons that child trafficked a child all the way from Mexico. Stop doing that. Turn yourselves to the FBI and confess what in the hell you've done. Instead of just, he wanted to go in there, you guys, and so did Jenna, and so did Laura, and so did all the other minors that didn't have the age to consent. So there's a very, very, very long list. I mean, imagine if we did the scroll in front of Celebrity Center with, 125 names. Imagine all of those names now triple the names because there's a father and a mother involved in every name that was put into that scroll. Children didn't land in these hotels without a father and a mother. Their parents brought them in. The Scientology parents all brought him in. The Scientology parents that were perfectly aware what an ethics handling was and is, what an audit was and is, what a grooming course was and is. So full knowing what they're doing, full knowing what they're exposing to their children, it's still going on. And it hasn't been reined back in. It hasn't been stopped. It hasn't been minimized. It hasn't been watered down. It's literally the same or worse as we speak, as they've already locked up all the windows, locked up all the shades, closed everything out. Sure, close it all out. But it's the kids that are going to suffer. So I thank you guys all for watching. I know this was a tough one, so make sure you take care of your own mental health. Make sure you do share the information with the people that need to see it. because knowledge is power. And this is evidence that corroborates everything we've been saying, that it shows it on everyone's face. So no one can continue to play dumb, including you, Mike Rinder. Including you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all extremely soon. Bye-bye.